Welcome back to GearWire.com. We are looking at the MPD24 from Akai. I've got this set up with Reason. I have my drum pads here. And I can control the level of my drums here. My knobs aren't assigned, but I can actually use remote override to assign them to various parameters. For example, in this case, I have pitch. Now what I'm going to do is record a basic drum line and bass line and show you how you can use this controller to modify your line as you go. So let's hit record on here. You'll notice I have a transport control at the bottom. Hit record play. Now I'm going to loop that. So let's add a snare in, hit record. All right, now you'll notice there's a bass kick missing there, so I've got to go in and just make sure that that is still there. So let's hit record, play. And if it doesn't quite work, you can always go into Reason and quantize it so that everything lines up. And let's hit playback. Turn our click off. All right, so now we have a loop. I'm going to loop that in Reason, and now I'm going to go over to a Maelstrom I have loaded. I know you can't see it on the screen right now, but I have a basic Maelstrom patch loaded here. Kind of a drone bass type patch. I'm going to hit record play. And again, those notes can be quantized as well if they're not quite where you want them. Now, one thing I can do is I can also assign filters. Automatically, this right here maps to the filter envelope, the amount, and then the master volume. So what I can do is go through. Now I can also change up my pad bank. That'll allow me to change bass notes. Should also allow me to change sliders, although it doesn't look like it does that. Does not seem to be wanting to do that. So we also have our knobs, which we can assign to other things like the frequency and cutoff. So, for example, it's my frequency on filter B, resonance. And resonance and filter cutoff on filter A. Let's put this back to where it was. These are my types of filters. Switch back to LP2. This guy is unassigned. Both of these are unassigned. So if I want, I could go to my remote override mapping and just assign this to be the controller for motion. Or shift. Doesn't seem to be really having a huge effect on it, but we can definitely work with that. There we go. Basic walkthrough of how you can use these pads with the Akai Professional MPD24. There's a lot more you can do with this if you want to assign it in live or sonar, battery, whatever. It's a really powerful tool, and it's really one of my favorite interfaces for doing drum work. But for now, this is GearWire.com, and you are watching a tutorial on the Akai Professional MPD24.